Three types of worship that God says he absolutely rejects. You can sit in church, sing every word, and raise your hands, and God may still not accept your worship. Because God is not only looking at whether you worship, he is looking at whether the worship you bring is actually acceptable to him. The Bible shows us that there are kinds of worship God does not just dislike, he rejects. Malachi 1:10 gives us a shocking picture. God rejects their offering so strongly that he even speaks of shutting the temple doors. He says, I have no pleasure in you, said the Lord of hosts, neither will I accept an offering at your hand. Here are three kinds of worship God clearly rejects. And number three is the one you almost never hear talked about in modern churches. First, worship that honors him with lips but not with life. Isaiah 29:13. God said, why the Lord said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Jesus quoted this verse in Matthew 15 to describe the religious leaders of his day. They had the right songs, the right prayers, the right attendance record, and God called it worthless. This is the most common type of worship in America right now. People can sing every word of every worship song on Sunday, but Monday through Saturday, their mouth, their money, their decisions, and their private life have absolutely nothing to do with God. Worship is not a performance you give God once a week. It is a life you give him every day. Second, worship that brings him your leftovers. In Malachi 1:8, and if you offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if you offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now to your governor. Will he be pleased with you or accept your person? Said the Lord of hosts. In other words, you wouldn't dare give this to someone who could fire you, but you'll hand it to the God of the universe. This is exactly what modern Christianity does. People give God their leftover time, the 5 minutes before bed when they can barely stay awake, their leftover energy, serving in church only when nothing more exciting is on the calendar. God does not want what's left. He wants what's first. Third, worship that is built on emotion but not on truth. Jesus told the woman at the well in John 4:23, but the hour comes and now is when the true worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeks such to worship him. Two requirements: spirit and truth. Not just spirit, not just emotion, not just a feeling that makes you cry during the bridge of a worship song. Emotional worship without truth is just a feeling, and feelings are not the same as God's presence. Many people confuse an emotional high in a worship service with actually encountering God. But if your worship doesn't lead you to truth, to repentance, to transformation, it is just music. God is actively looking for worshipers who bring both a surrendered spirit and a life aligned with his truth. God is not impressed by volume. He is moved by surrender. He doesn't evaluate your worship by how loud you sing or how long you stay for the worship set. He evaluates it by what your life looks like when you walk out the door. If you're ready to give God more than your songs and surrender your whole life to him, comment all of me. Save this video and share it with someone who needs this reminder today. If you truly want to draw closer to God, experience real transformation, and prepare to meet the Lord, tap the link in my bio or send me a WhatsApp message using the number on your screen. Just write Bible study.